In this demo, we're going to look at both elastic and inelastic collisions. So we'll start with the elastic case. So what we will see is once we turn on the Airtable here, you will have some surface here that approximately has zero friction or little friction caused because there's some little holes here that's having air coming through it. So we will minimize the friction between these two objects, the rail as well as this object here. So once we set that up, you'll have a collision between these two objects, and we'll have an elastic collision where kinetic energy is conserved. So we'll see what happens in a second. We'll turn this on and see what happens in an elastic collision between two objects. So as you saw in the beginning, they have kinetic energy, they also have momentum, they will collide, and once they come back out, they will still have that same kinetic energy. So in an elastic collision, you have kinetic energy that's conserved as well as momentum. So whatever kinetic energy and momentum they had to begin with, they will keep as they move away. So we've minimized the loss of energy due to friction and air resistance, things like that. So this is an elastic collision. So now we're going to do something different. We're going to use these two carts, and these are going to now demonstrate inelastic collisions. In the case of an inelastic collision, you can have the two objects not perfectly bounce off. So we have some Velcro here that makes these two objects stick together. So it's going to be an inelastic collision. So let's see what happens in that case. So you notice that they came together and stuck and stayed where they were. So they do have momentum in the beginning. So you might say, well, where did that momentum go? So something to think about in terms of conservation of momentum. Where did all that momentum go when they stuck together and stayed together? So let's try another case where I'll have one object stay still and the other one will move. So you can think about what's happening in terms of both momentum and energy. So something to think about in terms of elastic and inelastic collisions. You can also think about what happens if you have additional mass on one of these carts. So let's see what happens. Again, we'll have the same scenario. Well, this one will be not moving and this one will be moving. So this is a demo of both elastic and inelastic collisions.